What's up? What's up? You just tuned into another episode of Real Talk with Ben. And man, we got a good topic today. I've been wanting to do this video for so long, and I just kept putting it off. But you know what? It's time to put this video up. I already know, before we even get midway through, a few fellas are gonna probably tune out after they find out what it is that we're talking about. But I'm telling you fellas, this video is dedicated to my kings out there. This is for you. If you don't watch this and the ladies do, they will have one up on you. Okay, so you probably want to stay locked in on this video. What are we talking about today? We are talking about semen retention. Yes, that's right. Yes, I said semen retention. Like, what is that? Don't worry, I'm going to explain. Semen retention is a man's superpower. Okay, what is it? Semen retention is to indulge in intimacy without releasing seminal fluids. What does that mean? Okay, let me break it down a little more. It means to engage or not without releasing your semen. And I know some of the fellas are saying, why in the heck would I do that? The reason why is because there are tons of benefits that are beyond your imagination. It really is your superpower. The first benefit of semen retention is that you will have a lot more energy, mental clarity, and focus. That's actually 3. But yeah, you will have a lot more energy, mental clarity, and focus. Fellas, if you've ever engaged in intimacy, typically when you release, you become hungry and very tired. Why is that? You become hungry and very tired. The reason why is because semen is full of vitamins and nutrients that help your body to have that energy, mental clarity. I want you to think about this. Semen can create a whole life. I really want you to think about that. Your semen is capable of creating a whole life. When you really think about it, men and women have differences, but the major difference in man and women is that a man has semen. It can create and produce a whole life. So what does that mean? That means if you are releasing your semen for no reason at all, in turn, you are releasing life from your body. You're getting rid of life from your body. So if semen can create a whole life and you're releasing life from your body, I really want you to think about that for a second. If you aren't living, right, you're dying. And if you're releasing life from your body, you're taking away years off of your life. I don't think y'all really understanding this. It's so crazy. Listen, for those of you who read, if you go into the book of Think and Grow Rich, there's a chapter. It's called Sex Transmutation. It said, I'm not going to quote it word for word. It said that men will risk their reputation to indulge in intimacy. Okay? This is another thing about semen. Semen produces energy. When you're full of life, you have more energy to transmute into other areas of your life. For those of you that are Christians, I'm not going to get into, a whole bunch of religions, because this really is for everyone. But for those of you that have read the Bible, it says that you should not have sex before what? Marriage. Here's the reason why. And you've probably never understood the reason why, because most people who teach don't understand the reason why. The reason why is because God knows that if man is able to harness his sex energy, he will have more energy to put into other areas of his life to create an abundance for his family. Fellas, I really want you to think about when you are intimate, how you feel afterwards. You're extremely tired. You have no energy. You don't have mental clarity. You get lazy. You cannot focus. I want you to think about this. The same drive that you have when you're aroused, that same energy, that same drive that you have when you're aroused, like you want it really, really bad. Think about if you took that same energy and focused and redirected it into something that you actually wanted to do that would make you become more successful. You would really almost be unstoppable, because that feeling of wanting to indulge in sexual activity, I know, and everyone that's watching knows, it is very difficult to control at times. But if you learn to control it and redirect it into other areas of your life, you can raise yourself to the status of a genius. It's literally your superpower. When I first found out about this this thing, I kept like busting my brain to really understand it. Like I kept going to the chapter and reading it over and over and over and over, and I really get it now. Like, it does so many things. I mean, just some of the personal my personal benefits from sex transmutation and semen retention. I've had more mental clarity, more focus. The things that I normally would say I don't feel like doing, I actually do them. And when you're full of life, when you're full of energy, you radiate a certain vibration, which is attractive. You have you're vibrating at a certain frequency. You become more attractive to people on the outside, whether it be women and men. When it comes to business, like, I know I'm all over the place. I'm just trying to make this make sense to you. You ever meet a person, or a person comes into your presence and you're like, I don't know what it is about this person, but I like him. I like her. I like this person, right? They may not even be attractive, but it's something about this particular person. When they're in your presence, they radiate an energy that is unlike any other person that you're around. That is sex energy. The strongest energies that exist on the face of the earth are love and sex energy. Hands down. The strongest energies that exist. And we, as human beings, have control over sex energy, right? So, back to semen retention. Guys, if you understand harnessing I'm not saying you can't indulge in intimacy. What I'm saying is, do not release your life force. Semen is life force. It can create, if it can create a life, think about how many other things it can actually create. Think about how many other things it can actually create if you redirected that energy, if you kept that life inside of you. And I'm pretty sure for the ladies who are watching this, you'll probably agree with me. When a man, for example, comes from prison, he has not been intimate and he's been holding his seed for a certain duration of time, he has what you call the glow. He has what you call a glow. And for some reason, women are attracted to this man. Okay, yeah, he might have some muscles, this, that, and the third, but the real reason that they're attracted to this person is because the energy that he emits, he's now full of life because he has not been releasing his semen. You men, you have a glow. Do you know that humans are the only species in the world who have intimacy for no reason at all, to not reproduce? Yes, we do it to reproduce, but we do it for pleasure. We are the only species that engage in intimacy for no reason at all. All other animals engage in intimacy to procreate. I want you to think about that. I want you to think real hard about that. This energy is it's your superpower. You know, I had my wife call a few of her friends because I really wanted to hear from a female's perspective what attracted them to men. And let me tell you what they mostly said. Most of the women that we asked the question, what attracts you to a man, responded, his vibe, his energy. Where does your energy come from? It's sexual. Your energy it's sexual energy. That's what attracts you. That's what attracts people to one another. Sexual energy. And I'm not saying it in a sexual way. Sexual energy attracts people. So if you have a lack of sexual energy because you're constantly releasing your seminal fluids, then you don't vibrate or you don't emit the energy of that person who harnesses the same energy. I hope this is I don't know if this is making sense to you guys, but some of you are gonna get it. And this is my challenge. This is my challenge to the fellas. I want you, because I already know most guys can't go a week without releasing. They can't. Most guys don't go a week without releasing. I want to challenge every fella that is watching this video right now. Go 1 to 2 weeks without releasing and just pay attention to the energy that you have. Pay attention to how much more productive you are. Pay attention to your personal magnetism. Sexual energy, semen fluid is your superpower. It's life. The more life you have, the more you radiate, the more you shine to the people on the outside, the more attractive you become. Things just seem to somehow become easier. The things that bother you won't necessarily bother you. When you eliminate semen from your body, you become more feminine. And I'm not saying you're a girl, because I know somebody's going to take this literal and say, oh, he said because I released my semen. No. What separates a man from a woman is mostly the fact that men produce semen. And when you constantly are releasing it, you're becoming more or closer to a woman. You become closer to a woman. You're depleting yourself of masculinity. I'm telling you, just try it. Let me tell you another thing that semen retention does. Unlike animals that only use it to reprocreate, men release what are called pheromones, okay? Pheromones are what attract women to men. And all male species produce these pheromones. If you're a mammal, at least, you produce what is called a pheromone. What is a pheromone? A pheromone is a scent that doesn't necessarily have a smell, but it can reach a woman's brain on a psychological level. Okay, it reaches her brain. A pheromone reaches a woman's brain, and it lets that female know this guy is extremely masculine. When you hold the semen in, okay? So the longer you hold the semen in, the more pheromones you begin to produce, the more masculine you become, and the more attractive you become to women. Now, you shouldn't just be doing this to attract women. You should be doing this because you can now redirect that same energy of wanting to indulge in intimacy to create more abundance in your life, to create more. It's a creative energy. You can use this in business. You can use it to come up with new ideas, new concepts. So, semen retention, it is a man's superpower. God gave men superpower by putting semen inside of man. And I stole this from my boy HTO. Shout out to HTO. Look at the word semen. When you have it in you, people can see man. You have more life. You radiate more. Your energy, you're more attractive. People can actually see you. You have a glow. So I hope this video was very informative and somebody gets what I was saying. If you have questions, DM me, comment, share, repost. I look forward to seeing all of my kings at the top. You guys absolutely deserve the best. See you in the next video. Peace.